Hey sweet friends, welcome back to my channel. Kay here from At Home with Kay, and today I'm delighted to be a part of the recreation inspiration for the month of April, and the host of this collab is Amanda from the Six Kids and a Glue Gun, Charlene from the Crafty Art Shack, and Lolly from Lolly D's Creation. She's the co-host, and I'm so excited to be a part. And today I'm going to be making an inspiration that I got from Melissa from All Things Crafty. She created this lovely thing out of wood, this framed piece out of wood, but I happen to have this wrought iron piece that I got from my sister, and I thought, that could possibly work. Since I did not have the ability to do any wood cutting, I thought I'd take the easy way out and try to do it the At Home with Kay way. So I got my white Waverly chalk paint, and I'm going to paint this entire piece white. And if you hear laughter in the background, my three daughters are in the living room, and this is what they do when they get together. They talk, and laugh really loud. But anyway, so I'm going to just lay a good coat of white paint on here, and this is what it looks like when I am all done. And I have two of these, so I'm going to be making two of these projects to put in my living room downstairs. So now what I'm going to do is I decided that I really wanted to rough it up a little bit to give it that farmhouse flair. And since it was already black underneath, all I had to do was use a little bit of sandpaper, and I achieved exactly what I wanted. So I'm going to have Amanda, Charlene, and Lolly's channels linked in my description box along with the playlist. And also I'll have Melissa from All Things Crafty. I'll also have hers linked in my description box below. And please go check out their channels, and also check out that playlist for all the awesome DIYs that are being created. So now I'm going to take this wall decal that you get from, it's a wall tile that you get from Dollar Tree, and I measured out how big I needed it to be, and I'm going to cut out the squares that will fit in the back of my iron piece that I have. And I'm going to need 8 exact squares. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just tracing it, and I'm going to cut out 8 squares. And I guess I should say I have 2 of these sticky tiles, and I'm going to cut 4 from one and 4 from the other. So they come with this sticky on the back, but it's only sticky stuck around the edges, so I had to pull each of these sticky squares off. And I'm not going to throw them away because I don't know, maybe I could use that for something. So I decided to keep it. So now I am going to paint these squares white. I'm going to just go over it one time with just a dry brush and just brush and make it these completely white. I'm not going to do a big solid coverage, but just a light coverage of white on all 8 of my tiles. And now that I have all of my tiles completed, I have to let them dry for a moment, and then I am going to take my Waverly antique wax, and I'm just going to go around all the raised portions of these little tiles. I'm going to just add a little bit of dimension with this Waverly chalk. Not Waverly chalk, with this Waverly antique wax. Come on, Kay. So now that I have all that done, I am going to hot glue my tiles onto the back of my little iron piece here. And I have my heater going, so that's that little sound you hear in the background. I hope it's not too annoying. So I'm just going to add a little wax, a little glue back here. Just a little glue. I'm out of the frame slightly, but you guys can see what I'm doing. And then I'm just going to place each tile in one of those squares. And I'm going to do that for both pieces. Oh, look how pretty that is. And so Melissa has had a wreath that she put on the front of hers. And since mine already came with this square, I thought I would just use that as the wreath. And I'm just gonna hot glue these beautiful pink flowers around this little square here. And I'm gonna add a little bit of that greenery that you saw to just, fill in. And that is what I'm gonna use in place of an actual wreath. And now I'm gonna work on the other one, and I'm just doing the same thing, just hot gluing my flowers all around and just attaching it in different areas. And then I'm gonna add my little accent flowers to it, and it's really gonna look nice. And then I'm going to take these little this little bit of greenery here, and I'm just going to add it in random spots around my wreath. It looks really nice. I like how the green looks with the pink. I like those two colors together. Okay guys, so I'm going to finish this up and I'll show you what it looks like at the end of the video. So next, I love watching Wendy White Sparrow Living, Luke's 12:6, and she went to her thrift store and she found this paper plate holder. I've never seen one of these. Actually, I've seen my sweet friend Craft Away with May. She made one before, but I thought, I'm gonna try my hand at making that one that Wendy found there. So I got this little cutting board type sign from the Easter section at Dollar Tree, along with this round sign. And I really wanted to get this smooth. This is going to actually be the inside because I need two half circles, and I'm going to use top of that other cutting board sign for the handle, and that square plank of wood there is going to be what I base it. That's the base of it. So what I had to do was get that as smooth as possible. It's not completely smooth though, but it'll do. So then I scored a line on it, and I'm gonna cut two halves. And this was not, for some reason I couldn't make this an even circle, two even halves. So the back is going to be slightly higher than the front, but that's okay. But I just scored it a couple times, and I was just able to snap it in two perfectly. And just a reminder, check out that playlist in the description box, and also my lovely host and co-host channels. Those are listed in the description box below also. Now here we are with our two uneven halves, and I am going to sand down those rough edges on both sides. Rough edges on that. It's a little uneven, but Kay is just perfectly imperfect. Let me tell you, that's me. So I got that sanded, and then we're gonna move on to trying to use this spatula to get this paper off the front here. That does not work for me. I mean, I tried and I tried, but I stuck with it for about 10 minutes, and I didn't get it completely off. I just got it partially off. And when I was right here, I actually thought, man, this is working good. I'm gonna get the whole piece off. No, I didn't. But that's okay. So now I'm going to cut the top of the little handle part off, because this is going to be the handle to our paper plate holder, and it really is just a decorative handle because I'm not going to hang this or anything. I'm actually going to just sit it on the counter. So I measured so I could score me a little line, and I just cut it and snapped it just like I did the circles, the wood round. So now that I have all my pieces, this is how I'm gonna set it in there. But what I need here are some little spindles to put on the sides. So I have this dowel, and I'm gonna try to measure out the portions that I need and cut it. And I'm gonna cut this dowel off camera, because if you guys knew how I cut that, you'd think I was crazy. But it got the job done. My daughter saw me cutting it, and she actually had to laugh at me. But she said, Mom, you should put that in the bloopers at the end. But I didn't do that. But I did get it cut. I'm just scoring it here so I'll know, making little indentions so I know where I have to cut. And here we are. I have my little pieces. One was slightly shorter than the other, and I just sanded it down so they would be even. And this is how it's going to sit in there with my little wood plank. I'm going to paint everything plaster. It's plaster chalk paint. It's called Plaster. That's the name of the color, by Waverly. And I'm going to lay down 2 coats of this. I'm not going to show all of the painting on this video, but I'm just going to quickly do that, and then I'll be back when I'm done. Okay, so now it's time to put all my pieces together, and this is my handle, and I'm going to glue the handle to the outside back, no, the inside back of my little paper plate holder. And I'm just going to use a bit of E6000 for my permanent hold and hot glue for my instant hold, temporary hold. So the spot that I'm putting this glue in is just a little bit too high. And you'll see in just a second that I'm going to wipe it off, and then I'm just going to place it in there and glue it. See, the glue didn't even touch the little wood plank. So I'm going to just slightly wipe it off, and then I'm going to put hot glue a little lower. And then when I sit it in there, then I'm just going to add another little bit of hot glue until it decides it wants to hold. And I placed it in there and marked it on the front so that I can be sure to put my glue in the right spot the first time. And now I'm gonna glue my little wood pegs onto the sides, one side touching the front, one side touching the back. And I'm sorry, this is out of the frame, and I'm gonna move it up just in a second so you guys can see what I've done. So now I'm going to add my little wood peg to the other side, and then I'll show you guys what this looks like completed at the end of the video. So here we are. Here's our little frame tiles. I have a candle burning there, but I know I shouldn't. I didn't have an LED candle to use because that will definitely catch fire. But I think this turned out lovely. I'm going to place these in the living room downstairs, and I think it will be absolutely beautiful. And here is my paper plate holder. I'm going to get a lot of use out of this. I wanted to write on there, I saw on Pinterest, take one or wash the dishes, you choose. I definitely need that in my house somewhere. But I think this turned out nicely. It holds about 10 paper plates. I love it, love it, love it. Let me know what you guys think. And remember to check out that playlist for all of the other great crafters. And remember to be kind to yourself and always kind to others.